Okay guys, welcome back to another video. We got another news related video today, or on whenever this uploads. Because I'm probably going to split maybe these up a little bit, so that way I'm giving you guys different varieties for videos, because I know some people don't really care for the news stuff too much. But and I kind of like taking a break too, but I have a couple news-related videos I wanted to talk about in today's video. This one is the second one. The first one was, about, Google and YouTube. This one's about McDonald's. I was actually talking about McDonald's in the last video. Now we got this one here. This one will be about talking about McDonald's apparently bringing back the Monopoly stuff. Now, this is one of those I actually, also, I think I mentioned, because I just made the last video, but I kind of already forgot about it. I mentioned that, I had this video planned for a while, too. This one was actually rumored, for about a month or two now. It was rumored that they were bringing back the, I think it was about a month, actually. Not 2 months, about a month. Yeah, about a month or a month and a half. Sounds more right, that there was a rumor they were going to bring back the McDonald's stuff. And now we're actually getting that, or the Monopoly stuff, and we're actually getting that back. But before I, get any further, if you guys haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys are still subscribed. Also, you guys can, follow me on Instagram, /threads. Also, you guys can follow me on X. And I am trying to get to 1K subs. I'm getting closer and closer, but if you guys don't like me talking about this stuff, like I mentioned, I can talk about I do reviews too and all that. I just actually had to take a break from, I was reviewing DreamWorks movies. I had to take a break from that because, I'm gonna start the video in a second, but I want to go ahead and clarify this. I had to take a break from the DreamWorks reviews because, I haven't been bringing that up because I meant to do it, but I've been busy, the last week or so, but I had to take a break from it because I was gonna go to my dad's and get, and get my, my movie, because I actually have, Trolls 3 on DVD too. I was gonna go buy it, and I was gonna go pick it up, when I was going over to grab more of my stuff, because I told you guys I was having some issues with my dad, and me having bipolar and all that jazz and whatnot. Apparently, Tana, Keegan's mom, had COVID, and what did she decided to go ahead and bring Keegan to freaking my dad's house, even though he was exposed to COVID. And then he gets COVID, and, they're exposed now. So, they're freaking exposed, and, it's freaking a mess. And, you're not supposed to be doing that. And, here's the thing, if it were the other way around, and my dad had COVID, but he didn't, she wouldn't take Keegan. She wouldn't take him. So, my dad and his girlfriend have been exposed to Keegan, so I'm not able to go over there right now. And I can't just go and, buy the movie, right? I don't want to just go buy the movie online. I already own it, and all that. And not only that, but it's not on the freaking streaming service that, Peacock, which is part of Universal, which owns DreamWorks, which makes no sense. But, that's kind of the reason why, I have not been reviewing the DreamWorks reviews. So I do want to apologize for that. But I have been watching them, and, I'm almost done with that. So at least it'll be done pretty much when I'm, get done with that. But I want to review them in order so I don't get them all mixed up, So, that's a freaking disaster right now. But But yeah, anywho, back to the video of what I was gonna talk about. That is the McDonald's monopoly thing. So if you guys don't know, which I mean I'm sure a lot of people probably know this, but they did this for a short amount of time. I don't know when they started doing this, but McDonald's would had this monopoly stuff, you know. So like you guys see these little stickers on there, you would peel them off and they would have little pieces on there. So you could sometimes win a prize like a McFlurry or something. I think it said it at the bottom. I don't think it showed a picture of it. But there was like different colors and all that, and if you got matches to them, you would get money. And the top ones, the blue ones, you would get a freaking shit ton of money. Like I think like $1 million or something like that. Of course, we never won the money. It turns out though, that nobody was really winning it because apparently there were people literally stealing the damn money, and these people got arrested. I believe they got busted and arrested. I think they got arrested. I don't know if they're still in jail or not, you know, because I don't know how that exactly works. But I mean, I guess scamming a company is bigger than possibly stealing from people's houses. I don't really know how that works with the law. And I guess maybe it depends on where you were arrested. But the fact is that nobody was winning these big prize caches. I don't know about the smaller ones, but definitely the boardwalk and all that. Yeah, in the Park Place, people were not winning those because people were stealing the crap. So what happened was they discontinued it because of that. And this is one of those cases where I actually am on McDonald's side with that. Now, McDonald's, for the most part, I'm not happy with where they ended up. Like, removing the freaking mascot, Ronald McDonald, because a couple people were like posting weird crap online and all that. Same with the Moon guy and all that. You know, I think his name was it was Midnight Moon or not Midnight Moon. I forgot his name, Moon Mac or something like that. His name was changed a couple of times. I think it was copyrighted and then they were showing it online, but they discontinued those characters because of a couple things that happened and this and that. I'm like what happens if somebody were to dress up like as a restaurant? Like, you guys gonna just demolish your freaking restaurants? I mean, you could say like, why would somebody dress up as a building? But you know, people would do weird stuff like that. I mean, they could literally dress up as anything they want, you know, and. You know, it's kind of ridiculous that they would discontinue that. I mean, some people kind of thought Ronald was creepy, but most people didn't mind Ronald. I've read comments. A lot of people really missed Ronald, but they got rid of him and a lot of the other crap because of that. And then they started getting more corporate. They remodeled their damn buildings, and during COVID was pretty much the nail in the coffin. COVID pretty much they remodeled all their themed restaurants. There's a few left, but most of the themed restaurants are gone. They did some before that, but they got rid of one in Texas that looked like I showcased it. I don't know if I ever uploaded it. I can't remember. But I did showcase it. I hope I uploaded it because I did switch my memory card out, and I can't figure out how to like upload the crap from my memory card to my on the computer to YouTube right now. It wasn't giving me the option to do that, but I don't know. But I did show off like a couple of themed McDonald's, and that was one of them. But they got rid of it, and same with that. There was a future one too. They got rid of that. And they basically have been getting boring and lifeless and all that. And, a lot of fast food places have been going that route, and it's been driving people away. And, people are just not happy with it. But McDonald's has been going downhill for a while. However, in the last few years, they've been kind of, bringing back this stuff slowly at a time. And this year, they've been like, they've been bringing back, like, they brought back McDonald Land. Ronald McDonald returned to a commercial for the very first time in, like, I don't know how many years now, because he disappeared forever ago. They got rid of him and all that, and then he finally returned and all that. And then they are giving you these McDonald Land toys, which, to be fair, yeah, $14 for freaking these toys was ridiculous. I mean, they got a shake with it, but I'm like, that was still freaking expensive, you know? So, I mean, I got a couple of them, but I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna worry about it anymore, but I mean, I figured I'd get myself, you know, a couple of them, just because I'm like, you know what, I know $14 is a lot, but right now I'm kind of like, you know, if you buy, maybe you buy the stuff, maybe it'll encourage them to, you know, bring it back, you know, but I don't know, but the fact is that they're bringing that back, and now they are bringing back the McDonald, Monopoly stuff, you know. Maybe McDonald's is starting to learn. Of course, their buildings still look like crap, and they look like... A lot of people say they look like a prison. To me, they look like they freaking, like... I don't know, they look like a freaking dungeon or something. I don't know about a prison. They look all freaking gray and all that. Like, somebody just sprayed a bunch of paint on there and got lazy and called it a day. Because... You know, back in the day, you know, these restaurants, not just McDonald's, a lot of these had, like, different colors and all that, and all that, you know. I'm not saying they can't have different-looking restaurants with different colors, but, like, having it all just look like that, it looks really bad. Like, it looks bad. Like, it's so ugly. Like, I'm not kidding, it looks ugly, and then... They also, you know, removed the play areas, too. Well, some of them still have play areas, but they are really small now, really small. But they're, like, really small and all that, and, you know, they're just small, and, you know, it's like, the kids can't really have fun in the play areas anymore, either, and, now, those were more so because, kids were getting hurt, and all, and probably because a lot of parents just let their kids do whatever they want. I mean, you know, like, I've seen kids at parks, for example, climbing on freaking tables, and running across them, and all that, and I'm just like, you know, you guys are literally letting your kids just do all that, which is not safe, and then you guys can blame other people. And all that. Now, some of these incidents were, like, I think, like, getting rid of ball pits, I think that one makes sense, because, you know, cleaning ball pits can be really hard, but play areas, like, I don't know, I feel like they could probably clean them out, you know, and all that, you know, just, yeah, it could probably maybe be a little hard for, you know, tall people to go in there and clean it out, but they could probably put, like, a cleaner droid or something in there and clean it, you know, while they're mopping the floors or something, you know, I don't know, they could do something, you know, and I'm not saying, I think they should just have humans cleaning stuff, usually, because that's more jobs for people, but when it comes to play areas, yeah, I think they could probably just do that, you know, but, I don't know, it's just not as fun anymore. But the fact is that they're bringing back this stuff. I'm hoping maybe they're realizing, you know, that they need to do something, because they are declining. Well, fast food in general is declining. They are freaking declining, you know, and they need to do something. They need to do something to bring back, you know, this stuff, because people miss it, and people are not going to these places anymore because they're just boring, you know, and it just sucks. And then I know for experience, because McDonald's used to be my favorite fast food place. I used to love it. And now I hate it. I do. I hate it so much. Like, I don't hate it. I like their food, but even their food's kind of like, their fries don't taste very good anymore either. It could be because I've been eating it a lot, you know, because of the toy stuff and all they were doing for promotion, you know. Because again, I'm trying to encourage them to, like, you know, get more stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, I don't want to pay $14, you know, for that and eat the same thing over and over again either. You know, but But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but this is definitely going to be interesting though to see this though, but yeah, I don't know. But the fact that they're trying to, do this, I'm hoping maybe other places will follow too. Burger King has actually been already kind of doing this before McDonald's has, because Burger King actually brought back their like 90s logo. Now some people are saying they like they actually prefer the 2000s one. I don't know. I kind of split on that. I kind of like the Burger King look, the little burger look, but I also kind of like the round sign too. But they also brought back the they also went and brought back the not just that they brought back their commercial, their BK commercial, because they did that in the 90s too. They had their commercial, their BK commercial, which some people are saying the 90s one is better. And in that case, I will 100% say I think I prefer the one now. The one in the 90s, it's too extreme, for a song. I mean, it's a nice song, but it's a little too extreme. I kind of like the more simpler songs, It's kind of like Blues Clues. I mean, this kind of sounds like I'm going off track, but yeah, it's true. I mean, Blues Clues, like for example, like between that and the reboot, like Josh, is like sings a lot more expressively, while like Joe and Steve were more they sang but not like as much. I just like that more. I don't know why. Maybe it's just certain songs, but I don't know. But that's kind of how I was at Burger King too. I kind of like their BK song, but they also been bringing back they've had their Whoppers and been with colors and all, and even their play areas are still, they got a lot of play areas still around them. So I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Now I have heard some people say at Burger King though, they don't really care for the mascot. They think the mascot looks creepy, which I'm just like, why does he look so creepy? He looks fine to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's that creepy. I kind of like him. I guess that's just me, but yeah, it is nice seeing, again, some of this stuff, coming back and all that, but I don't know, we're gonna see, we'll see what happens here, but hopefully this will maybe be a sign, maybe they'll be bringing stuff back, and I'm hoping maybe eventually, maybe they'll remodel their locations and bring back the color and stuff again, because, again, this crap kind of sucks, and people don't like it, people don't want to eat somewhere where they feel depressed, they want to eat somewhere where they feel happy, and, again, I wish people, again, would stop bringing up freaking kids, because, again, kids, it's not nothing to do with kids. I mean, yeah, maybe some of the crap can attract kids, but I'm like, if you don't like freaking kids eating there, then don't go eat there. It's not like freaking McDonald's is pointing a freaking gun at you. I know that sounds kind of dark, but that's what people act like when, they act like that when, like when they're saying that, they're acting like, well, good, maybe kids won't want to eat there. And I'm like, if you have a problem with your kids eating fast food, then don't take them there. I'm not saying you probably should do that, because I'm like, because parents, because kids can eat fast food every so often, just don't make it a recurring thing all the time, don't eat fast food constantly, but also, I'm like, they're not forcing you to eat there, so don't bitch about it for other people. And a lot of adults, including myself, miss the old McDonald's, and we don't want to go to a place that looks fucking boring, So I'm just like, that's the thing. But, that's just kind of how it is. But, it's kind of weird how I'm, pointing this stuff out, but I mean, it's true. Like, again, people do act like they're being threatened or like trying to say, they're doing this to do this or that, and again, think of the children and all that, and I'm just like, again, you don't have to take your kids to these places, these places are supposed to be appealing to a lot of people, and there's other options, I don't know. Or heck, a lot of times, you could probably get other food at a lot of these places. You don't have to get freaking this food or that, I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous. And even the play areas where we're also, people are talking about people being overweight. Well, number one, back in the day, I don't think people were as overweight. I don't want to say it like that, but back in the day, people were not overweight as much, because I've seen, videos and people were, more fit. I think it's because, with technology and all that, people will sit down more and don't have time to exercise, which, it's, like, I'm not making fun of people. I'm just saying, that's kind of how it is. I've got me a little, belly too. I need to probably work out a bit more too, but with doing my exercises, but, because I make YouTube videos. But I'm just saying, like, again, none of this was a problem in the past, and people are just finding crap to complain about to get their attention, but yeah, but I guess to be fair, when I was little, I was overweight, too, but, I wasn't, like, obese, but I was a lot overweight than I am now, but I also, I went outside and played, but I didn't really, I played a lot more games and didn't move around as much either, so that's what I'm saying. You could probably get some exercise, too, you don't have to, like, just, like I said, you could eat food and be fine. Just don't blame it on other people. But I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen here. But I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. But I know these videos kind of might be sounding a little funny, but I'm like tired too. I'm also kind of tired. But I have one more video I want to make, and then I'm gonna take my medication and probably get ready for bed, because I'm just not feeling the best. So that's why I'm making these now. But anywho, see you guys later. Bye-bye.